Welcome, dear friends. Today's topic is methods for study of intermediary metabolism. Myself, Vivek Suresh Jede, Head and Assistant Professor, Department of Biochemistry, Arts and Science College, Pulga. Friends, you all know that there are various pathways inside our body. Suppose if we eat carbohydrate rich food, then glucose reach to the liver. The pancreas secrete insulin and uptake of glucose will be possible. When this glucose goes to the liver, it can be converted into glycogen. It can be stored as in the form of fat. It can be converted or supplied in the form of energy to the erythrocytes, muscles, brain, or other cells for energy purpose. So these all is happen due to the pathways, and this pathway can be identified by studying the intermediary metabolism, and for that various methods are used to study the intermediary metabolism. What is intermediary metabolism? Intermediary metabolism means metabolism inside the body or cell. This metabolism can be studied. This metabolism can be studied inside the cell or inside the body. It describes various metabolic pathways and its regulation. Both pathway and regulation are important and studied in intermediary metabolism. Experiments on intermediary metabolism can be divided into two main categories. First one is whole living cell or living organism, that is called as in vivo experiment. Another one is called as isolated living organs or tissues or enzyme that studied inside the test tube. That's why it is called as in vitro experiment. They are mainly lab experiments, while the in vivo experiments are inside the living organism. This is the main difference between the in vivo experiment and in vitro experiments. Aim of the intermediary metabolism. The aim is to study the pathway of the metabolism or to study the regulation of pathway. Next, what are the various modes of study of intermediary metabolism? Study with intact organism, study with excised organism, study with tissue slices, study with isolated cells, study with cell organelles, study with purified enzymes, studies with microorganisms, studies with tissue culture, studies with clinical techniques like fistula or catheterization, etc., studies with organ ectonomy, studies with mutants, studies with isotopic tracer techniques, and studies with metabolic inhibitors. Other than these modes can be possible according to the requirement of the experiment. Let's see first, that is study with intact organism. Intact laboratory animals are used for the intact study like monkey, rabbits, mice, etc. In this administration of the compound, by feeding or ingestion on which we want to study. For example, first one is glucose rises after ingestion of starch meal. If we feed the starch meal to the laboratory animal, there is an increase of glucose, and that can be proved with the help of study on intact organism. Another example is food with high purine has more uric acid in urine. So it can be also studied with the help of intact organism study. Let's see first, that is glucose rises after ingestion of starch meal. An experiment is designed in which the starch rich food like bread, cereals, then rice, potato, beans, etc. is fed to the mice, and the mice then observe and found that the mice become obese. Why it is so? Because the starch meal mainly contain glucose, and excess glucose is converted into the fats, and because of that fats the mice become obese. This can be proved with the help of analysis of the glucose inside the blood. If we see the glucose level in the blood, it is found that the glucose level in the blood is more within 1 hour if we feed the mouse with only starch meal, and if we feed it regularly with regular diet, then the blood glucose level will not rises too much, and this is the main evidence that the glucose rises after ingestion of the starch meal. Next experiment done with the on high purine diet. That high purine diet, that is having high nucleic acid like the fish or meat or protein rich diet, or mainly non vegetarian diet or alcohol rich diet, that will have high purine content. This high purine content diet, when fed to the mouse, it shows result, that is the high uric acid level inside the urine of the mouse, and it is found that there is the presence of uric acid crystals inside the urine of that mouse. This proves that the high purine diet, if we feed to the mouse or if we are on high purine diet, there is an significant rise in the uric acid in the urine that results in the formation of gout. Gout is a disease in which extra uric acid crystals are accumulated in the joints, and this is known as gout, and that gout is responsible due to the high uric acid. This also leads to the kidney stone. This can be found by the intermediary metabolism study on the purine, and this kind of experiments are designed to understand what will happen to the inside the body if we give some such kind of food to the body. Laboratory animals. Various kinds of laboratory animals are used for the intermediary metabolism study. For example, that is the monkey. This one is known as guinea pig. Next one is mice, chicken, rats, and rabbits that can be used as the laboratory animals. What are the advantages of using mice or rat as an experimental animal? They breed well in laboratory condition. Even a small group of 20 to 30 mice can be placed in a small cage, and that can be the biggest advantage. Next advantage is it can be used in large quantity. They have the short lifespan. Our lifespan is near about 100 years, and we can give the next generation within 20 years, but that cannot be useful to study the intermediary metabolism, and that's why the laboratory animals, that is mice or rat, can be used which lifespan is very short. Next, they can be fed with omnivorous diet. That means they can be vegetarian, they can be fed on vegetarian diet or on the non-vegetarian diet. The both diet can be useful for them, and that's why their importance as a laboratory animals become increases. Studies on the monkey can be applied to the man. So, monkeys can be used as a laboratory animals, and it is useful to understand the human metabolism. So, monkeys are used in the laboratory to study the intermediary metabolism.